Living the life of a popular student is difficult. That's right, imagine what it's like every time you go to school and have to face a group of excited fans who are always waiting to pounce on you. Every day, I have to see so many sharp eyes from so many people who are hateful and jealous of me. I've heard the phrase, "I wish I had a life like yours, blah blah blah," countless times. Sorry, it's all about trying your best many times over to get the results. Hello, I'm Rose. Are you wondering how my life is? Please like and subscribe to the channel. Actually, I'm a transfer student. Since I was little, I've always wanted to become a famous singer because, duh, wouldn't becoming a singer be cool? Performing in front of many people has been my dream ever since I was little. So, ever since I moved to a new school, yeah, I've always wanted to show off my singing talent to everyone. Talking more about my process of learning music, the most difficult thing is when you learn music by yourself without anyone's help. Shh, I always hid this from my family. They didn't even know what I wanted to do. Many times I felt discouraged and wanted to give up. But once my desire to be loved by all of my audience kicked in, nothing could stop me from achieving my dream. Because I was a transfer student, when I first started school, I encountered many obstacles because I had only studied at home with my tutor and didn't have any friends before. Communication is a huge problem for me. Therefore, when I first enrolled in a new school, I didn't know how to impress everyone. So, I prepared a magnificent plan. On the first day of school, I asked my butler to drive me to school in a black Lambo. I stepped out of the Lambo door, the red carpet was spread out, and many curious eyes paid attention to me. I even hired more bodyguards beside me. I felt very confident because many eyes were on me, including Stacy, who was already famous in school, and in the future, that girl would be my direct competitor. So, the teacher let me introduce myself to everyone first.
Okay, class, today we have a new transfer student. Hello, Rose. Can you introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello everyone. I'm Rosaline. You can call me Rose. I'm a transfer student. Sometimes there will be misunderstandings, but I hope you guys understand. Thank you guys for helping me.
Where did you study before? That's right, where did you study before? I saw you come here in a supercar. Your family must be very rich, right?
Actually, I've never been to a conventional school before. At home, I have a tutor, and because of some problems, I was transferred here to study. Besides, I came here because I heard that the gifted training environment is very good.
Wow, you must have signed up for the Gifted Club. What talent do you have? Don't tell me. You like singing? Wow, so Stacy has a new rival. I wonder if you can surpass her.
Okay, class, you guys shouldn't ask this such questions. Rose, you can go back to your seat. From now on, you'll sit next to Stacy.
Wow, at first I thought Stacy was just an ordinary girl, but it turns out she's the most popular person at this school, and I want that position mine. Furthermore, look at her face. She looks like she's innocent and doesn't know anything. It's annoying. I don't even know if she's good at anything. Hi, hello. From now on, I will sit next to you. I hope you'll help me a lot.
Yeah, I don't really care, but it's best not to get in my way. Other than that, anything goes.
What? What kind of person on earth would be so bossy towards new friends? Ugh, she even took off her headphones and acted like I didn't exist. It makes me uncomfortable. Come on, Rose. You have to calm down. This is just your first day of school. Just take it slow, and you will prove to everyone who is more worthy. After 1 month of research, I discovered that Stacy is a student who loves music and often participates in club singing sessions. Yes, her passion for music is the same as mine, but I bet I am more talented than this lucky girl. While thinking and enjoying a meal at school, a strange food tray was placed on the table. It turned out to be Stacy's food tray.
I bet you just heard my morning performance in front of everyone, right? It was just a small performance. I hope you will lip sync the song. Look great at tomorrow's show.
You mean that performance was terrible? Please, if you give me a bunch of money to lip sync that song, I would never dare to. Instead, I think you should sing to the best of your ability. By the way, look at the comments on social networking sites. There are many winged comments. I showed Stacy the comments making fun of her on social networks, and her face turned red because she was upset. I chuckled inside and took the tray of food away, leaving Stacy sitting there angry. Besides that I have more things to worry about, it will be my first performance in front of everyone. Oh my god, what if I mess it up? Will I lose to Stacy? Come on, Rose, you can do it. Now, you just need to practice hard. You can do it. Then I practiced in the club room alone by myself. Suddenly, in the far corner, behind the column, I vaguely saw a black shadow rushing past, but I thought it was just because I was worried and my imagination was running wild. The night before the event, during dinner, my dad and I had a small talk.
How are your studies these days, Rose? I remember asking the school to arrange for you to be tutored by the best teacher. Low quality high school.
Dad, I have a lot of fun at school. Getting to know new friends gives me a new perspective on life, and having friends is fun, Dad.
What? How dare you play with those lowly untouchable people? What have I told you? Do you know why I don't let you study in those cheap schools? If it weren't for those ridiculous singing stuff, you wouldn't have to play with those lowly people.
I'm sorry, Dad. Actually, I wanted to inform you about something.
Say it.
I mustered up the courage to talk to my dad. Tomorrow, I want you to come to school, Dad, to watch me sing. And what goes around comes around. I felt like I would be swallowed up by the crowd below. That's what I remember. The stage was so majestic, and at that time that it was my performance, I shyly walked up to the stage, the constant chatter of everyone. My eyes looked towards the audience, looking for the presence of my father, but he was nowhere to be found. The chatter grew louder. Some even told me to leave. I even saw Stacy looking at me with contemptuous eyes. I seemed to have been knocked down, but a moment of urge within myself told me to stand up. This has been my wish for a long time, right? I consoled myself. I picked up the mic. The music started playing. I immersed myself in the melody of the sound. Singing most instinctively, and then gradually, I heard everyone's applause. My body felt energized and I sang more and more enthusiastically. And that was the most wonderful night that I still remember to this day. The next morning, I suddenly woke up in my bed, opened my eyes, and checked my phone. I saw myself flooded with posts on the school confess. After just one night, I became famous. My personal account suddenly had thousands of followers overnight, all of whom wrote very positive comments for me. It was so fun that I don't even remember how I got home last night. It was such a wonderful night. I intended to show this good news to my dad, but when I called him, he didn't pick the phone up. Even though I was a little sad, I still had to go to school, so I took it seriously. As soon as I arrived at the school gate, I realized that hell had really begun. Tons of people had gathered, crowded around me. I didn't even know whether to be happy or scared anymore. It took me a while to get used to this rhythm of life. The fans kept rushing at me. Phew, it was tiring to escape this crowd. But at least the teacher helped me to escape the crowd. But in class, it was no different. The boys in my class were suddenly rumored to be the luckiest boys in school because from now on, there were two of the most famous people in the school in their class. So, they were also caught up in the common misery. Hey, I'm so sorry guys. But in the end, victory belonged to me. Stacy was now surpassed by me. Since that night, Stacy's fan base switched to listening to my music. Every week I stood on stage, performed in front of everyone, and everyone responded. In return, Stacy is now becoming more and more annoying. She often bothers me even during class, most of which are counterproductive. In everyone's eyes now, I think of myself as the protagonist and Stacy as the villain in some movies. But one day, everything was no longer under control.
You've only been famous for a few days and you're already starting to show off, princess?
Oh, so when did the famous Stacy start being jealous of the princess? Know your position, right?
That sentence has to be for someone like you. At least my parents always come to my performances, rather than you always having to look for your family in your own performances.
What? You're too much. So what if my dad doesn't come? He's very busy, so it's only natural that he won't come.
Looking at your reaction, your family probably isn't very happy.
Yeah, that sentence is my limit. Really, how can she say that? It's really cruel. I ran away after hearing Stacy's insulting words. After that day, I didn't go to school for a week, and the teacher kept calling my phone number. All my fans in school also started asking questions because of that loud argument. Stacy was severely mentally attacked by fans, with many posts cursing and even insulting her. I'm not in the mood to find out more about her condition right now. Because I stayed home, my father was extremely angry. That night, after hearing the news, my father got so angry and rushed straight to my room. Him and I had a very intense argument, and for the first time in my life, I argued with my father.
I can't believe you can be so irresponsible. Do I teach you to skip school?
I'm very tired. Please, leave me alone.
Hey Rose, I'm not happy at all. Do you want me to let you stay home completely?
Oh, you don't understand me at all. Did you ask if I'm tired from studying? Do you know what I've been going through for so long? Have you ever attended one of my performances?
I don't have a daughter like you. Get out of this house!
That was like 1,000 knives piercing deep into my fragile heart. It hurts. It hurts a lot. I left home with tears still falling down my cheeks. Outside my door, I still saw a dark shadow standing there. But never mind. I'm not in the mood to care about other things anymore. I just got kicked out of the house by my father. And in addition to not having a penny in my pocket, I went to the park at the end of the street in the cold weather. At that time, there was no one around, so I quickly wiped my tears and found myself a suitable place to sleep. Oh my god, it's so cold. So this is how homeless people feel. I want to go home so bad. Being out here doesn't suit me at all. I'm so tired. Should I get some sleep? I was about to fall asleep when I saw someone approaching, not knowing that a great disaster was about to happen to me. My head hurts. Why is it so dark? Why can't I move my arms and legs? No! Someone help me! Please help me! Who is that? Who are you?
Finally, after so many days of waiting, finally, I caught you two.
Two? I turned up and looked around. Next to me, there was a moan. It was Stacy, but she was tied up and gagged. Huh? Why are you here, Stacy? Hey, you! Who are you? Why are you kidnapping us?
You'll know soon.
Rose, is that you?
Stacy, why are you here? That guy, What is your purpose? Why did you kidnap us? Answer me quickly!
Money! Yes. What I need is money. And your silence. Now, I'll call your family. Rich people. They should feel lucky that they will only have to pay a very small price in exchange for 2 healthy children.
No. Release us. You will pay a heavy price. Don't you know who my father is? He will punish you, you bastard!
Come on, girl. I'm just doing my duty for heaven's sake. Why so upset? Well, it looks like tonight is going to be a great night. We're both here. That's right. We should enjoy it a bit, right?
What's wrong with his appearance and attitude? I remembered only hiring him to scare Rose a little to make her scared. It seems like things are going wrong.
Stacy signaled with her eyes to the kidnapper while I was still scared and screamed.
My beloved Rose, famous throughout the school, didn't know that she had been deceived by the friend sitting next to her. That's right. This is also obvious. Tell me you know the truth. Stacy, who's behind this?
That's right. You heard right. The person next to me, who I thought was the victim, turned out to be the mastermind of the kidnapping. How much worse could today be? I was surprised that Stacy could do that to me.
No, it's not what you think, Rose.
Please, shut up. What? Why do you have to go to this extent? You hateful person. Hey, you, let me go. Otherwise, I will make you regret it. At that moment, I think Stacy understood what I was planning to do.
Well, it's too late now. Everything I need is here. Just call your family. I'll both have money and have fun tonight.
I'm disappointed in you, Stacy, but I sympathize with you. You also have your sufferings, but can you at least tell me what's going on?
Actually, I just wanted to stage a kidnapping to scare you and make you not dare to go to school anymore, but I didn't expect that guy would go this far. Just because I'm jealous of your talent and success. Since you first started performing, I've realized how different our levels are. I'm very jealous of you. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, Rose. I don't expect you to forgive me, but to escape, now I have an idea. That guy won't stop, so please follow me.
As I expected. Your family is worried. Only for Rose's family, I only hear an unresponsive beep at the end of the line. Just over there. It's strange. But it doesn't matter. Stacy's family is already preparing the money anyway. It's my turn for today's fun. I'll deal with you first, Stacy. Then it'll be your turn next, Rose.
Stacy, the knife!
Don't you dare come close to her.
Bitch! It hurts! Turns out gentle measures don't work for you, right? So you all work together to trap, right? Huh. It's not that easy. Now the only option is to kill all of you.
His hand held the knife. We were both scared, hugged each other, and closed our eyes. At that moment, the door was broken open, A scene of many mafia-wearing suits entered, holding armed weapons. Wow, I swear to you, that was one of the coolest scenes of my life. And guess what? It was my dad standing next to his bodyguard. It was really cool. The kidnapper was arrested and handed over to the police. After being told for a while, it turned out that my father had coordinated with the police to arrest this person because there had been many such blackmail and harm cases before, and the police had a lot of headaches finding the perpetrator. And as for my father,
I'm so sorry for always disappointing you. I'm a bad father. I didn't think about your feelings and always controlled my feelings. For me, I think the best way to raise children. It was I who put you in danger. Very sorry, Ro. Please forgive me.
wow, that was the first time in my life I saw my dad shed tears. We hugged each other and cried a lot. Of course I will forgive him. I love my dad very much. As for Stacy, she rushed to hug me with a happy look on her face. I also felt lighter, and from then on, the two of us reconciled and became close friends. From then on, both Dad and Stacy became my big fans and always came to see me every time I sang.